Hello, my friend. Welcome back to Mumma Magma Yoga. My name is Tamu, and welcome to day one of your balance practice series. So this is a 4-part series, and it will invite you to cultivate balance both in body and in heart and mind. So we're going to explore different movements. We're going to cultivate a little bit of strength, a little bit more stability, a little bit more foot to earth connection, and help you cultivate better balance in body, heart, and mind. Throughout these practices, I'm going to invite you to have a chair beside you or practice beside a wall, especially if you are just diving into a balance practice. So you might find this useful if you're already on a journey and you're wanting to just use these practices to deepen into your balance practice and maybe explore some fundamentals and then get more into the technicalities and the strengthening of balance, then great. If you're just needing to find some grounding in your life and stability in your life, in your body, heart, and mind, then wonderful. But you might want to consider bringing a chair along just in case you need it, or practicing against a wall or with a wall within reach. So, welcome. Thank you for being here. This is day one of your balance practice series. I invite you to come down to the floor to find a comfortable seat of your choice. We'll just take a little moment to ground down and to find our way here. And relax our shoulders away from our ears. Sit up nice and tall. Perhaps close the eyes for a moment or soften your gaze. And we're just going to take one nice deep breath here to help us to arrive. As you're ready, deep breath in. And a long breath out. You'd like to set an intention here. Now is a beautiful time. Otherwise, when you're ready, you can flutter those eyelashes open. And we're going to come to bound angle, so soles of the feet together, knees open nice and wide. You're going to decide how much space or little space you would like to create between your heels and your groin. See if you can keep that nice tall spine. We're going to see if we can open the feet like a book. So you're going to see if you can spread those big toes away from each other and really butterfly the feet. Then I invite you to start to give your feet a nice massage, using your thumbs to really dig into the arch of the foot, into the knuckles of the toes. And don't worry, you can always wash your hands after this practice. So I invite you to have fun with this here, to start to really feel into your feet. So one of the most important aspects of a balance practice is that foot to earth connection and the mind to foot awareness and connection. So we want to take a little moment here to rub out any tension in the feet, but also to become really familiar with the feet and bring that mind to foot connection. So have fun with it here. Dig into the sole of the foot. If you find any tender spots, maybe you linger there for a moment and allow yourself to work it out. Come up into the ankles if you would like to. You can focus on one foot for a moment, really playing with those toes. Maybe you like to crack those knuckles. And then switch to the other foot. Start to deepen your breath a little bit more. Become more aware of that breath moving in and out of the body. Calm your nervous system by elongating the exhales. Let's do 2 more breaths here. Nicely done. Finish off. And then we'll extend the legs out in front of us. So I'm going to turn sideways so that you can see me. Really simple here. We're allowing ourselves to lean back into our hands, extend our legs out nice and long. And now we're just going to rotate those ankles. It doesn't matter what direction you go in. It doesn't matter how big those circles are. We're playing with movement here. We're continuing to deepen that mind to foot connection so that we can really ground down, find stability and strength. Let's give it one more juicy breath here. Nicely done. When you're ready, leave your hands behind you. Fingertips can face away or towards you, whatever feels best. Bend the knees, sole of the foot comes to the earth. We open the feet as wide as our yoga mat. Take a deep breath in. And on the exhale, both knees go to the left. Really push down with that right knee. Inhale back through center. Exhale, take it to the right. Starting to work through the hips a little bit here, feeling through the feet on the mat. Inhale back through center. Exhale, take it to the left. Inhale back through center. Exhale, take it to the right. Nicely done. Come back through center and we will take it forward onto all fours, finding our first tabletop position. Spread those fingertips nice and wide. Bring your wrists under your shoulders, your knees directly underneath your hip points. 3 cat-cows here. When you're ready, inhale, belly drops, gaze lifts. Exhale, round through the tailbone, curl up through the spine. Let the head dangle down, push into your hands. Inhale, belly drops, gaze lifts, tailbone tilts up. Exhale, round it through. Have some fun here. Maybe you rock forward and back. Really feel into your back body. Last one. Inhale, belly drops. Exhale, round it through. Nicely done. Come back to your nice neutral spine. I'm going to walk forward on my mat just a little bit here so that I can send my right foot out behind me. My toes are curled under. Toes are really grounded on the earth. We're going to get a bit of a calf stretch here. So I invite you to start rocking forward and back and just feeling how that calf is, the sole of the foot a little bit more, digging into those toes. And then perhaps you decide to really push into the hands and push that right heel back, getting that juicy stretch in the calf muscle. Breathe into it, especially if you're really tight. Take your moment here. One more breath. Nicely done. Bring that right knee back to its position. Resettle the hands and the knees if you need to. And when we're ready, we're sending the left foot out behind us, curling those toes under. Ooh, and starting to feel, by rocking back and forth, how that calf is. So we're continuing to find that mind to foot connection, to deepen our breath, to feel into the legs and the feet. So play around with it. Maybe you decide you need more of a stretch and you push into your hands, push that heel away from you. Really find that nice stretch. Last breath here. Nicely done. Release. Bring that knee back to the earth. Big toes to touch, knees open wide. Send the tailbone back. And just bring some relief to the hands here. So maybe you just come to your elbows and rotate your wrists. Maybe you walk your palms forward, bow your forehead down, bring your palms together, and crawl those elbows forward. Feel a stretch in the armpits. And maybe you continue to rotate your wrists a little bit. One more breath here. Nicely done. Bring the hands back to the earth. Allow yourself to rise back up. Find that tabletop position. Really be meticulous with your placement here. Wrists under shoulders, fingertips spread nice and wide, knees directly underneath your hips. So try to notice if your hands are really close to your knees or if they're really far away from you. Find that nice alignment. So same amount of space between your armpit and your hip as there is between the heel of your palm and your knee. And then we're going to curl those toes under once again. Really ground down through the toes. Take a deep breath in. Exhale, firm up through the belly. Push into the toes. Lift the knees. Let them hover. Starting to cultivate a little bit of heat here. Maybe rock forward and back a little bit. You've got this. Can you stay here for 3, 2, on the 1, send the hips up high and back. Find your first downward dog. Ooh, we get an opportunity here to pedal through the feet, dropping one heel and then the other, to find a placement of our palms, to ground down through our knuckles, tick-tock the hips side to side, really start to feel through the legs, stretching those calves a little bit more. Breathe nice and deep. Nicely done. Bring the feet together. Bend your knees. Drop your bum a little bit. Take your gaze forward and then as slow as you can, nice slow walk, really articulating through the feet as you come forward to the top of your mat and land in a forward fold. Take your time. Bring your feet hip width distance apart. Allow yourself to fold down, loosen through the back of the neck. One more breath here. Nicely done. Bend the knees, plant the palms, and nice and slowly we're walking back to a plank position. Walk those feet back to the back edge of your mat. Let your hips come down in line with the crown of the head. Engage the core here. Push the earth away. Deep breath in. Exhale. Lift the hips up. Find your downward dog once again. One breath here. We're coming back to that forward fold, lifting the heels, bending the knees, looking forward. And now we're going to slowly walk up to the top of the mat. Really articulate through the feet. Eventually, you'll ground those feet down, hip width distance apart, toes pointing forward, and allow yourself to soften into your forward fold. One breath. Nicely done. Bend the knees, plant the palms, slowly step back to your plank position, sending those feet towards the back edge of the mat, dropping your hips down in line with the crown of the head, core is engaged. Deep breath in. Exhale, find your downward dog again. You've got this. One breath here in your downward dog. Then we're coming back to the top of the mat. Lift the heels, bend the knees, look forward. Take your stroll to the top of the mat. Find that forward fold. This time we'll bring the feet together, really together. Allow ourselves to bow down. Find length in the back of the neck. One more breath here. Then we really want to keep that foot to earth connection and use our legs to rise on up to our Tadasana. So listen carefully. You're going to bend your knees, drop your bum down, lift your chest, engage your legs, and then you'll send your arms wide as you push into your feet and lift, 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 lift. Reach up towards the sky. Find your Tadasana. Deep breath in. Exhale, palms come together and float down to the heart. We've arrived in our standing position. Take a little moment to look down at your feet to make sure that the toes are spread nice and wide, and that you can stand up nice and tall. Feet are parallel to each other, nice and close together. Then we're going to try a little experiment here. We're going to see how grounded we are through those feet and what our mind to foot connection actually looks like. So I'm going to invite you to gently close the eyes and see if you can feel all four corners of your feet. So gently rock forward a little bit. Whoop. Come back through center. Gently rock back a little bit. Feel into your heels. Come back through center. Gently lean to the right a little bit. Come back through center. Gently lean to the left a little bit. Tricksy situation here. And then we'll come back through center. Make sure the toes are spread nice and wide and see if we can evenly distribute our weight throughout all four corners of our feet and equal parts standing. Nicely done. When you're ready, flutter those eyelashes open. We'll find soft knees. Inhale to reach. You're going to grab your left wrist with your right hand. Lean into your right foot. Step your left toes back. See if you can stay on the toes of that left foot behind you. Then you'll bump your hips to the left. Woo! Threw myself off there. Bump your hips to the left. You've got this. Take your fingertips to the right. Ground down through that right foot. Toes are spread nice and wide. Nicely done. One more breath. Beautiful. Come back through center. Let the arms rain down. Let that left foot come back into its spot. Take your moment. Look down at your feet. Find that real nice foot to earth connection. And when you are ready, soft knees. Inhale to reach. On your exhale, grab your right wrist with your left hand. Step back with your right foot, coming onto the right toes behind you. Ground down through that left foot. See if you can bump your hips to the right. Take your fingertips to the left. Already playing with our balance here, trying to keep our weight distributed evenly in that left foot. One more breath here. Nice. Unravel. Bring the foot back to the center line. Let the arms rain down. Find your nice soft shoulders. Then we'll bring it back down to the earth. Soft knees. Inhale to reach. See if maybe you can look up. Maybe you can find a back bend, looking up towards your fingertips. On an exhale, palms come together. Let's slice it down the midline. Find our way all the way back down to our forward fold. Softening down.
Then we'll plant our palms, step one foot back and then the other to a tabletop position. Once again, finding that nice tabletop. When you arrive, bring your knees fairly close together. Curl your toes under. Find that secure toe to earth connection. And then start to send your sits bones back, staying on your palms and maybe walking them back towards you. Now this is going to be different for everyone. If you're really tight in the soles of your feet, you might need to stay down here, maybe rock side to side. Feel that stretch in the soles of the feet. Breathe nice and deeply. You might find that your body has a little permission for you to walk the hands closer to your knees and start to lift your torso up so that you're bringing a little bit more weight to the sits bones and thus to the heels, stretching through those feet even more. You might need to stay here. Allow yourself to find some organic movement. Swoop it side to side if you need to. Breathe. Then perhaps we're able to walk the fingertips up the thighs, lift the torso up, sit up nice and tall, and bring a little bit more weight to our heels. So we don't want to dump all the weight into there. We want to keep integrity in the legs, but now we're really feeling that stretch on the soles of the feet. So your quads are working a little bit here. There's some engagement. You're pressing down into your toes. Torso is nice and tall. Now, perhaps you're staying here. Maybe you're at one of our other options, our other bus stops. If you want a little bit more here, if you've got it in you to try a little bit more, you can bring your hands back down to the earth. Push into your fingertips or your palms. Lift your knees. Find a crouch here or a bit of a toe stand. You could rock forward and back. Just feeling into that, staying leaning into your palms. Or maybe you walk your palms back and see if you can lift the torso up again, finding your toe stand. You might need to keep on your fingertips here in order to keep your balance. Or you could practice lifting those fingertips. Maybe the palms come together at the heart. Maybe you're able to lift your torso a little bit more. Let your thighs come down a tad, shins parallel to the earth or your yoga mat. Let's see if we can all take one more breath. Whatever bus stop we're at, you're doing great. Breathe. Nicely done. Let the hands come back down. Let your knees come back down. Come onto the tops of your feet. Big toes to touch. Knees open nice and wide. Send the tailbone back and relax down into your child's pose. Let your forehead come towards the earth. Maybe you have to lean into your elbows. Maybe you really extend your fingertips towards the top edge of the mat and allow your heart to melt between your thighs. Last breath here. Nicely done. Let's rise back up to our tabletop position. Walk the knees back underneath the hips. Send the legs to one side, any side, and allow ourselves to come back to our seat. So finding a comfortable seat of your choice. Sitting up nice and tall. Maybe you wiggle your toes a little bit. Maybe you rock your head side to side. I invite you to close your eyes or soften your gaze. Bring your palms together at heart center. And notice how you feel now. Notice how the feet feel, how the legs feel, where your mind space is at.
Hopefully, on top of this practice, you feel more grounded and centered, more balanced and ready to take on your day. Maybe you use this opportunity to set an intention. It could just be one word. And when you're ready, deep breath in. Exhale, thumbs to third eye. And we bow deeply to each other, deeply to our practice. I thank you so much for being here with me. I hope you found this practice helpful. We're going to build on this in our next video, so keep your eyes open for that. Like this video and subscribe to my channel if you haven't already, so that you can keep track of and enjoy that practice when it pops up. And let's have fun with this. Let's continue to build on these little skills so that we can cultivate a beautiful balancing practice together. Thank you again for being here. I can't wait to see you next time.